Hey everyone, welcome to the Stay Strong Mama Techniques class. So I'd like you to do this class before you perform a hip prep class. This is to make sure that you've got the technique right for the movements and to prevent any injuries. So we're going to get straight into it and find neutral spine. This is a position that you need to adopt before you do any exercise. So we roll our shoulders back and down. We have a soft knee, our feet are hip width apart. And we are going to tilt our pelvis backwards and forwards to find this position. You can also do this on all fours or sitting on a chair. Please make sure that you're not doing this with your top body. We are simply just tilting our pelvis backwards and forwards. Let's do this a few more times. Okay, now to find neutral spine position, we find somewhere between this range where our pelvis is slightly tucked under, which causes our back to be nice and straight. Our belly button then is drawn into the spine, so then it's nice and tight and secure for the exercises. Your core is what supports you through the exercises, so if this isn't supporting with being engaged, then you can cause yourself lower back injury. So let's just feel what this feels like. To me, it feels quite normal. To some people where this is quite new, it may feel a little bit alien. So let's release that and let's just do this one more time. So shoulders back and down, chin up, chest up, knees slightly bent, feet hip width apart. Let's tilt backwards and forwards. And let's find that neutral position where that pelvis is tucked slightly under and you draw that belly button into your spine. Stay here for 5 seconds. Okay, great. So now you know what that feels like. We're going to move on to the first movement. We're going to be performing a squat. So to do a squat, we want our feet slightly further than the hip width apart and our toes are either tracking to the side or tracking forward. I prefer tracking to the side. We find that neutral position, tucking that tailbone under, and we hinge from the hips, and the weight goes into the heels, and then we come up. So you can have your arms out in front of you as well. So hinging from the hips, the weight is in the heels, not the toes. Your back is straight, and you squeeze through the glutes as you come up. I'll show you one more time. So, feet turned out, slight bend in the knees, neutral position, hinging from the hips, back nice and straight, and we push up from the heels and squeeze our bum at the top. Okay, so we're going to do 5 of these slowly, have a little rest, and then we're going to do 7 at a moderate speed. So, let's go. Back nice and straight, chest up, squeeze through the glutes at the top, and again. We want to try and get as low as possible, but go to a nice comfortable range. We want to get to be able to do it so our thighs are parallel to the floor. One more. Also our toes are tracking over our heels, are tracking over our toes, but we don't want the knees to be coming forward like this. We want our knees staying relatively movement free and just coming slightly over the toes. Okay, that was a few more. So now we're going to do 7 at moderate speed. So get into that position. Neutral position. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so depending on whether or not you feel like you've mastered that, you can rewind the video to the beginning and start from there. I'm now going to show you the progression of that movement. So for the hip, you can also use a weight. So this is exactly the same as your arms, as if your arms are out in front of you. but we're just bringing the weight to our chest. Again, we adopt the neutral spine position, toes are tracking to the side, feet just a bit further than the hips. We hinge from the hips, keeping the chest up. So this is a movement that you can also do with the weight, just adds a bit more of resistance to your legs. Make sure you're squeezing through the glutes as you come up. Okay, the next movement we do is the squat push. So we squat and then we push the weight up. As you come back down, the chest is staying up, the chin is up, but we're just simply moving the arms above our head. So this is the second movement progression that I'll be doing in here. But if you did want to just use the weight with your weight by the chest, that is also absolutely fine. There we go. So again, rewind the video if you want to be practicing that one. The third progression is using two weights with a push. So again, the technique for the squat stays exactly the same. Find that neutral position, we're bending down, and then we're pushing the weights up. 3, 4, 5. Okay, just going to have a little rest, then I'm going to do that one again, so you can practice that one again if you want to. Come to that neutral spine position, bring your weights to the shoulder height, let's go. 1, keep that back nice and straight, weight in the heels, there we go, and rest. Okay, so just do whatever movement you feel more comfortable to do. Always start with a basic movement if you haven't done these and perfected the technique so far. Right, just going to have a little bit of a drink. Now the next movement we're going to practice is burpees. So we're going to stand at the end of our mat, roll the shoulders back and down. As we come down, our feet are hip width apart, and as you come down, we're going to straighten our back. We have our back straight, our back is not rounded, it's nice and straight like this. Then we're going to throw our legs out, come to that nice high plank position, bring our legs back in so they're outside our hands, and then we're going to come up. We're not going to be jumping first of all. So shoulders back and down, neutral spine position. Let's do 5 of these. Also, when you come to that high plank position, our wrists are over our shoulders. They're not here, our bum isn't up. Bum is nice and down. And come up. Let's do one more. Shake those legs out. Okay, so this slightly faster is going to look like this. We're going to do 5. Ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shake your legs out. Now again, if you want to perfect your technique with that, just rewind the video and do that section again. We're going to move on to a burpee with jump. Out of breath already. So, find that neutral position, come to the end of your mat. We're going to come down like a normal burpee, chuck our legs out, bring them back in, and rather than just standing straight up, we bring our arms up and we jump. When we jump, we roll through our foot. So from this position, we're rolling through our foot and springing from our knees. When we land the jump, our back is straight and we land from our toes, roll back into our heels, and we have a soft landing by going into a slight squat position. So let's do these 5 slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so then let's do 5 of these fast. Stay hydrated from this. Even though this is a technique class, it's going to get your heart rate up. Oh. Right, let's do 5 burpees with a jump. Ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Grab yourself a drink. And again, rewind the video to perfect that technique. Right, next, we're going to be doing a sit-up. Just a full sit-up without weight. So, to do a sit-up, we come to the mat. Our heels are on the floor. Our bum is, well, our hips are tilted forward, so we're in that nice neutral position. You shouldn't have any gap between your back and the mat. Now, I'm going to put my arms here. Totally up to you. You can put your hands here if you'd like to. I just find it's easier to do it for me with my hands up like this. So as you come up, you roll through every individual spine. This engages your core, which helps you pull up. And again. So, as you come back down, you also roll through every individual piece of spine, and the same coming up. We always keep slight tension in our tummy muscles. And as we land back down, our back is nice and supported. There's no gap between the back and the mat. Okay, so we're going to do 10 of these fast. 3, 2, 1, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. As you can hear as well, there's not any sound. So I'm not coming up and then you're hearing any of that. There's no sound, it's a nice and controlled movement. Okay, now I'm going to show you a variation that we're also going to do in the hip prep class, where we get the weight over our head. Okay, so come to exactly the same position. Our back is nice and tucked into the mat. We are on our heels. And then we come up, keeping the weight above our head, and we roll back down the spine. Keeping that core nice and engaged. That's how we're going to do it. Okay, so we're going to do 10 of these. 3, 2, 1, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring that weight to your chest, sit up, and pop it to the side. They're the sit-up variations we're going to be doing as a hip prep. Again, just stick to the ones that you feel more comfortable to do, and go back over that if you haven't mastered that technique. Lunges. So, next move is lunges. We have our shoulders back and down. Come to the end of your mat, shoulders back and down, get into that nice neutral spine position. Chest up, our arms are out in front of us. So we are going to be doing single lunges in the video. So we just do one leg back. As we come back, we bring the leg in and our knees are slightly bent. And then we go back again. As we stand up, we take one nice stride. As we stride out, we take one big long stride back, and our knee is a couple of centimetres off the floor. Our hips are tracking forward, our knee is in line with our toes, and the back knee is in line with our ankle. And then we come up. So let's try these. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chest up. We're going to do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shake that leg out. We're going to do the same on the other leg. So hips tracking forward, chest up, chin up, neutral spine. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there shouldn't be any wobble in your ankles. This is all prevented by keeping your core nice and tight. Okay, so the alternative movement for that is a lunge pulse. So chest up, we're just going to simply bring one leg back, keeping those hips tracking forward, shoulders up, chest up. We are going to pulse the leg. So we come down and we're simply just going to move slightly within this range. Our core and hips tucked in, so we're not doing this, we're doing this. We've got 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. We're going to go again on the other leg. So hips tracking forward, we take one stride back, we're going to lower our knee, and let's start pulsing for 10 seconds. Keeping those hips tracked forward and pelvis tilted forward. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, and rest. I find that a killer. Don't know about you. Okay, so again, master that technique, rewind that part of the video and make sure that you've got that down. Push-ups. So I'm no good at push-ups on my toes. So every time I do a push-up, I do them from my knees. So What we're going to do first of all, we're going to come down to a high plank position on our knees. Feet are hip width apart. Our hands are just outside your mat if you've got a mat. Our shoulders are nice and relaxed. And we're simply going to lower ourselves nice and controlled to the floor. Lift our hands up and push ourselves back up. So we're doing this in one steady movement. Our body moves as one. We move our arms down. We don't do this. We keep our body in one movement. Okay, so just show you that out. Let's come to the push-up position. Arms outside the mat, Knees hip width apart, bum is down. We lower to the floor, lift our hands up and push up as one. That's one, we've got 5 more. 3, 4, 5. Okay, shake that out. We're now going to do a full press up on our knees. This is the alternative movement for the hip class. So, bum down, knees hip width apart, hands just outside the mat. We're going to do 5 of these. 3, 2, 1, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Flick the arms out. Okay, let's just have a little quick stretch of the arms. We'll do that one 5 more times. And then that will be the end of the techniques class. So come to the high plank position on your knees. Knees hip width apart. 3, 2, 1, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and rest. Again, rewind the video if you need to, get those techniques down. I hope this video has helped you just to really think about good technique and will help to prevent any injury. So let me know once you've completed this as well, and once you've completed the HIIT session, just to see how you feel, and any feedback would be greatly appreciated. So have a good day. I'll speak to you soon.